Today I'm going to share with you 3 active flexibility / conditioning drills to help you improve your middle splits. All you're going to need is 2 yoga blocks. We're going to begin with some donkey kick rotations first, an exercise designed to target the booty. For this one, you're going to begin with your hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. From here, you're going to flex your feet. I know it's not pretty, but flexed feet are going to help you feel your booty just a little bit more. From there, you're going to open your knee out to the side like a fire hydrant or like a dog weeing on a tree. Well, actually, not like completely like a dog weeing on a tree. I don't want your hips to unsquare. We're going to try and keep your hips facing the floor. So I open my knee out to the side, rotate my leg up into a donkey kick position, and then lower back down from there. So again, I open my knee out to the side, rotate up to a donkey kick position, and then lower back down to the floor. Now with this one, just watch that you don't arch through your lower back like so. And also just make sure that you're not rounded. Instead, we want a nice neutral spine. So just engaging your core by tucking your tummy in will help you maintain this nice neutral spine. So I'm going to open my knee out to the side, rotate up, making sure I didn't arch through my back, and lower back down. Also, just keep an eye that you don't crunch through the side of your torso like so. We want to try and keep our torsos, both sides of the torso, nice and level. So big exhale, open, rotate, inhale, lower back down. And trying to just feel this one through the booty. Now also keep an eye on your arms in this one. Don't sink through your shoulder blades. You want to try and puff up. So spread those shoulder blades apart. And then we also just want to watch that our head doesn't bop down to the floor. We got to think sexy triple chin position and tuck that head back in line with your spine. You're going to aim for 10 on this right leg, and then you're going to change. I'm going to do 10 on the left. For exercise number 2 today, I'm going to take you through what I call the flying spider sequence. And you're just going to need access to both of your yoga blocks. So for this one, we're going to begin by sending our legs out to the side like a pancake stretch. And then you're going to place the blocks under your knees. Now I do have the blocks slightly angled inwards rather than dead straight. And when I say under the knees, they're not actually directly under my knee joint. They're on the more squishy part of my thigh. Now for this one, get your positioning right first. Make sure your booty's not tucked under like so. So if I just face this way for a moment, my butts and my back aren't rounded. I'm really trying to pick my pelvis up, minky to the floor, booty out behind. So I'm like this. Now, if you do struggle to do this, then we can simply perform this whole exercise by placing a yoga block or even a rolled up towel underneath your bum. Doing this is just going to make it a little bit easier to rotate that pelvis out. Whether you're sitting directly on the floor or on top of a yoga block, just make sure that booty is out the entire time. From there, we're going to think about squeezing our booty. As I squeeze my booty, it helps my knees to go further into external rotation or just kind of rotate a little bit further to the wall behind. I want to make sure that those knees don't roll into the center. From here, I'm now thinking about pressing the backs of my knees down into the yoga blocks as hard as I can and those heels down into the floor. Then I'm going to get you to activate your quad. So squeeze these thigh muscles here to extend the legs as straight as possible. No soft bends. I want them to be super straight, and then lower back down. Again, I'm going to squeeze straight as I can and lower back down. You're going to do this about 8 to 10 times for me. Just watch as you come up that you don't lose that flat back. So no rounding through the spine allowed. Sit up tall, stay up really tall as we extend, squeeze the knees and lower back down. Try not to round that upper back, so don't look down at the floor. Keep up really tall. And then on your last final rep, you're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we should be feeling this one through those quads. They should be working hard. After that, we're going to do a couple of lifts. So I'm going to press the backs of my knees into the block, heels into the floor, and we're going to try and lift. I'm still squeezing my booty and lower back down. So you want to control the lift as much as you're controlling the lower. Lift and lower back down. Now for this one, you're going to feel like you're going to want to come forward and up the first time. That's okay the first few times. Our goal is going to be to try and stay as upright as possible. Now, it can take a few goes to get the distance of the blocks right. They might fall over a few times. It's normal. Just make sure that you're squeezing your butt to rotate the knees behind. And as I squeeze my butt, it also helps me widen my feet wider into my pancake as well. And then if you are really struggling with this one, like you might not get any lift at all, might be more of a flop the first time. That's okay. We can make this one easier by just changing the height of the blocks. And we can also make it easier by moving them in closer. The closer the blocks are into the center, the easier it is. The further away they are, the harder it's going to be. I'd like you to aim for about 8. Again, controlling the lift and controlling the lower. It's going to feel very hard at first, but stick with it. It does get easier. Once you're done, you can kick the blocks away and try and lower down into your pancake stretch. For our final exercise today, we're going to do some single leg frog slides. These ones are quite difficult, so take it slow and pick the level of this exercise that suits your current flexibility and strength. So for this one, you're going to want some sliders, or if you don't have access to sliders, you can use a sock on your foot like me. And we're going to come up nice and tall. So I'm going to place my straight leg out to the side, and then I'm going to have my head in line with this knee here. From here, it's really important that we don't arch through the lower back like so. I want you to be able to tuck your tailbone in, and we're going to hold that there the whole exercise. Feels like I'm thrusting my hips forward. From there, I'm going to lower down to the side. So I come down, then I'm going to think really strong through my core and my inner thighs, and I'm going to try and squeeze all the way back up. So this one is strengthening through my inner thighs. Again, it is quite tough. I usually aim for 6 and then drop into a single leg frog from there. But lower down to the side, exhale, bring it up, and just keeping it as slow and controlled as possible. Now you'll notice my knee is staying nice and straight, so I'm activating through my quad. I'm not letting it get floppy. And as I lower down to the side, I'm trying not to sit backwards into the stretch. So you don't want to sit into it. You want to thrust your hips forward and keep them forward the entire time as we pull that leg all the way back in. Really focusing on thinking inner thighs, squeezing back in together. Now to make this a bit easier, we can use some blocks. So your midway version is going to be starting up tall, thrusting the hips forward, lower down, and then you can use those blocks to assist you to get back up. Just put as little weight through your hands as possible. So you're taking as much body weight through the inner thighs as we can. So lower down, hands, to assist you coming back up. We can make this even easier by holding our hands on the blocks the entire time. Doing your best to keep your chest tall, hips thrusting forwards, going down as low as you can control, and then squeezing all the way back up. And again, my goal is usually about 6 of these before swapping and repeating on the other side. Let me know in the comments below if you gave these exercises a go, or if you have any future requests for videos. And then please subscribe to my channel and give this video the thumbs up so I can keep bringing you more valuable content just like this video. But happy stretching, friends.